Cancer, hi. I'm going to do a general love reading. And because it's general, it may not resonate for everyone. But if it does for you, then the information, I'm going to be doing an extended reading on it, and the information for that is in the box below. Also, I am now doing personal readings, and the information for that is also down below. Okay, let's get started here. Cancer. I'm using the Llewellyn deck, and I'm doing a Celtic cross layout just to let you know, and also just to tell you too that the kings and queens and the cards in the reading don't refer to gender. They refer to the divine masculine and feminine energies that are in all of us. Okay, so then the cards themselves generally as a gender are interchangeable. Okay, well, let's see what's going on here. Now, not all general love readings have to do with romantic love, but they do all have to do with love. So I don't know what yours is going to say yet, but these are going to get started. So the Four of Cups is guiding you right now. And the Four of Cups, I'm going to draw clarifier on it. I got the Seven of Pentacles. So it feels to me like as you're building this new kind of future for yourself, in a solid, very solid way, and built on things that you already mastered or feel that were successful in the past. What do they say? They say the future tells the past. You know, that the only way we can test truth is because, you know, you look back and you saw it then and now it's manifest. Well, I kind of see that with the Seven of Pentacles. So if you take a look at all the things in your life that you have built that you felt were grounded and successful, and look at it from where you are now, then it will help you decide how you're going to keep moving ahead into the future and what you're going to keep building on. And, you know, it'll kind of help you trust it more. And then with the Four of Cups showing up, this relates to creativity and heart-centered and spiritual things as well with the cups. So taking a look at what, you know, you always kind of imagined or thought or experienced in the past around those things, and now recognizing that there is something more out there that is now coming your way to add to that, just as it's adding to the Pentacles as you're building that whole, you know, future. You can see it here with the tree. You're doing the same thing with love and emotional things. So new things coming to you and adding to what you already know, and it's just going to keep on growing that way. And the universe is really there, you know, providing a lot more knowledge for you, because as I think that's where your commitments come from, and now it's bringing it to you. So what I see here in terms of an energy that's over you is a very fast moving energy coming. You've got the Knight of Cups here. So things I think are going to come into your life quickly now in terms of a creativity, love. There's an intensity there. There's a, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Kind of like a, like on a mission in a way, right? Where it's become clear, it's coming towards you, okay? And you've got the Seven of Wands at your base, so you're not kind of block it. In the past, you may have blocked things as they came towards you because they're very intense and very powerful energy here, especially because it's cups and it's the Knight of Cups. So in the past, you may have felt a bit uncomfortable in that kind of intense energy, but now with the Seven of Wands showing up, I don't feel like that's going to be the case. So I don't feel like you're going to have to block your own, and this is your own creative and spiritual energy too that this is in. So even though it's coming, it's activating that in you as well. But I feel like you're a lot more confident and comfortable in that energy now because you feel like you know how to be in it and not have it overtake you. In the past, you've got the Ace of Pentacles showing up, and I think that's what's contributed to this being able to feel more confident in that energy, because I think in the past you have had a lot more grounding in terms of knowledge and coming your way, higher knowledge coming your way, but also abundance and prosperity. So you're feeling a lot more grounded in quite a few different areas right now. That, and you've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles on you. So all these pentacles, all of this sort of, the Eight of Pentacles is like this continuous study, this continuous experiential, this continuous wanting to know more, wanting to experience more as you kind of get, more information and more knowledge coming your way. You just kind of want to look into it deeper and deeper and deeper. And that helps prepare you in terms of your confidence level and not feeling overwhelmed by the intensity of the energies when they start to manifest. You got the Knight of Pentacles showing up here too. So it's coming at you. I think this is an opportunity for you. I can kind of see you doing some actual training around this, like workshops, reading books that are, somebody says, oh, you've got to study this, you've got to do this, you've got to look into this deeper, and for you to follow up, because, that's what the apprentice does. He's constantly learning and trying out new tools and new possibilities that come out of it as you're building, because don't forget, you're in building mode. You are building your future, and it's definitely a combination of security and grounding and knowledge and creativity and spirituality and emotional. Okay, so it's a combination of the two. And you've got the Empress showing up in your near future along with the Justice card. So I think in many ways you've kind of asked for this time. I think you may have gotten to a place where you were starting to feel a bit overwhelmed, and couldn't handle everything that was coming at you. And so you kind of put it out there that you want to be in a position where you're more ready to enter into giving birth to those parts of you, like to bring in those parts of you in the world. So it's kind of like, can I just kind of, create it in me first for a while and feel more grounded before I have to, put it out there, which is what the Empress is all about. The Empress is about the divine feminine, not a woman necessarily, remember that, but the divine feminine energy being put into the world, which is very creative and intense and, spiritual, emotional. So it's pretty powerful energy, and I think it's that, this is manifestation time for you. And the Justice card has brought it to you because the Justice is going by divine timing. Remembering that you did ask for this, but giving you time to be ready for it. And as I say with the Seven of Wands, I see you now ready for it. And also the Seven of Swords, so these two sevens showing up where, you removed yourself from an area of external conflict. And that was really important for you because it kind of sapped your energy and took a lot of your integrity, it is not by nature who you are. But I think because you were in this kind of war zone and feeling under attack, that you use swords as your weapon, and now the Ace of Swords is coming as a sword of truth. So there's a difference between using a sword to kind of cut through illusion to get to, your truth, than using it as a weapon to defend yourself from any type of internal or external conflict. Okay, and that's where I see you going, and I think that's where the Justice card has come in, because it's protecting you, because of the choices you made. It's now protecting you while you're giving birth to these new possibilities. I mean, it's an awesome kind of process here. And you're coming out of the Three of Swords, which I can see that with the Seven of Swords showing up. Remember I said it was kind of like you were in a war zone and you had to be on your feet all the time and be defending yourself. Because the truth is, as you were under attack with the Three of Swords showing up. And I think part of that was probably disappointment, disillusionment, that kind of attack, and that kind of broke your soul, your spirit of idealism. Which, as I say, when we look at the Four of Cups, it's now kind of bringing to you something more solid than kind of illusion and idealism. And although it's based on what you already kind of have developed, it's going to add a lot more strength to it with kind of more concrete ways of experiencing those principles, okay, where they're ingrained into you, so they can't be lost in any way or attacked, really, because they're solid. You've got the high priestess showing up in your in your environment. And so I think that's where a lot of this comes from, is moving way more, inviting intuition, moving into the state of high priestess to accompany the empress. So really trusting that intense part of you, so that you don't feel like you have to, like in the Ten of Swords, be using your swords to defend yourself, because intuitively you just know you wouldn't be there in the first place, right? Because now you're guided to places that are safer for you. So no more Three of Swords. And the Temperance showing up in a position of what you want. So wanting to be able to, you kind of be in this place of deep soul energy, which is what the well represents. This, it's the container of kind of the water that nurtures the world. And with the Empress giving birth to all of these higher principles, as I say, like creativity and love and stuff, is, you're wanting the temperance, you're wanting to be able to be using the well from, or the water, or the source. You want to be close to the source, let's put it that way, okay? Then you've got the Hangman in your outcome. So this is kind of like a new perspective for you. Now I'm not seeing a rebirth card here, so I'm thinking you came into this time already having gone through that, and this is kind of the process now that's leading you to, because the Hangman and the different perspective, and it's taken time to get here, there's no question, because that takes a while to shift. So the Hangman over the Three of Swords too. So even though you may be in so many ways we can't get rid of what hurt us, but what we can do is have a different perspective. And sometimes it was our perspective that we felt betrayed, or we felt disappointed. And if the perspective shifts, then that way of interpreting it shifts as well. And then that's a way of, then, as I say, Three of Swords, beginning to feel like you can re-enter into, this kind of intense energy of the soul and of spirit again. All right, I'm just going to draw a card from the universe now, and this is from the Wisdom of Avalon, and we've got rebirth. Remember I said there must be rebirth here somewhere. So the rebirth card is definitely there, and the universe is guiding you through with that rebirth in mind. So I'm assuming that, something has already progressed in that direction, because now it's become your guide. So your own rebirth has become your guide, and the universe is kind of reminding you of that. All right, I'm going to be moving into the extended reading. So if this did resonate for you, you'll find the information, as I said, down below. And I'll be taking a look at where this new perspective is taking you, and where the Empress and, all of this kind of new energy being put into the world from you, that justice has brought you, where that's going to be taking you intuitively. Okay, see you later, Cancer.